I'm sure they'll be licking their lips. More so if Kerrigan gets his wish to play Astralis in a final. Imagine that.
How cool would that be? Well, Matthew, I think we're actually ready to start the game. So here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Heroic versus Astralis. And you know what? It's 5 seconds ago, so we'll build it up.
Yeah,
here it comes.
It looks like they were rushing into the live, but there was a restart call, so we'll get ready to roll. Either way, see what the buy is, Henry? Train, we saw enough of it this week, but we see more and more.
Yeah, well, it's quite standard these days to bring a Molotov to the T-side pistol. Is exactly what Zipex has done. We always talk about the inside area being very viable. You can have a Molotov towards that connector position or use it as a post plant as well. And that smoke can be used in many different ways. We'll see whether they decide to go towards inner. Actually sending 3 players towards Ivy to kick things off here. And it could be an inside rushing over from the CTs. Look at Valde, he's getting aggressive with that CZ. A lot of teams doing that these days as well. And he's going to be looking at that first frag. And the Molotov's actually been used early to stop that push. Interesting.
Made in. Zipex. Oh. That is impressive. Down to 9. Clutch that. Zipex. He falls back inside of the shower. Wash himself clean. He might be able to catch Valde off. That's the impressive part. 2 of them are going to slip by. He has the chance to wrap back down inside of the ladder. And frags on them as they try and rotate over to the A site. Bomb is dropped. Belmati. Good shot on Dupree. Now Zipex has his chance to strike. Needs to line up the headshot. Manages it with the Glock and Device. Catches Valde slipping over the train. Brings it back to 2 versus 3. But again, Zipex is still low. And Device has to get toward the bomb as they back off towards CT stairs to cover it. Good find. Good spot. Needs to find the kill. Device down. I think that might spell the end of this pistol. But yeah, Zipex in a clutch at this event. This one might be the toughest.
I think he's got the most at this event. It's absolutely nuts how many he's pulled off.
2 do have low HP. Yugi, take down to 11. And Monty on 29, but again, bomb is covered in there. Watch this. A headshot potential inside Z spot up. Yugi peeking, gets him from in top of the control room. Brings it down to 2. 32 seconds to work with. Nico slowly goes back towards Z connector. Zipex, interestingly, is still expecting him to peek that direction, even though he knows that they're very likely to be CT stairs. He'll peek CT stairs immediately as well, so Modis have to be a little bit careful of his position.
15 seconds remaining now. Still has to plant the bomb and find 2 CTs. They've actually got a perfect crossfire. Even if they don't find the kill here, they've got the information. They can deny the plant. There should be no way he can win this. Should be.
He's going to go for a plant that's saved in behind the radiation. Best plant at this point. Best case at this point. He gets that bomb down. Doesn't quite. Even if he gets that, they go thoroughly by on round 3, but he's denied by a sparse second.
You always start believing a little bit. When he finds that first kill, he finds an inch to work with that. Picks at the bomb as well. I thought he'd get that plant down, but about 1 second denies it, and Heroic there. Modi especially doing a very good job towards that IV area. You could see that Astralis must have something for a read and watch the demos of Heroic as they threw the Molotov towards the inner ramp at the start of the round just to stop that push coming in. That's quite intelligent. The Orcanade came in towards Zipex, but he still managed to create some havoc there towards the end. A force spike comes in from Astralis, of course. Did not get the bomb down here, so it's going to be a Tech 9 and Desert Eagle combo. 1 smoke to work, a couple of flashbangs, maybe just smoke down the lower ramp, flash over, try and get the plant here. That's going to be the main objective. Still, of course, can win these rounds, but it's very difficult on train if only 1 smoke available.
Snappy waits at the bottom of the ladder for them to walk back down in his direction. The other storyline that we didn't touch on. Could we have 2 Nikos in the final?
Could have 2 Nikos in the final, yeah.
The question is, which one's better, Henry?
What's your favorite one?
Nico.
Well, this round is actually going a lot slower pace than I'd expected. In terms of that smoke, it's going to be in the hands of Zipex. Hasn't deployed it just yet, but he goes towards inner. And he's by himself, right? So this will be some sort of ruse. He can throw the smoke towards inner, maybe flash over. His teammates ready towards Ivy. And they've got a bit of ground to work with. You can see the bomb's edging its way up. And it's quite a passive hold here. And it might be Modi to face momentarily. Needs to find this frag. He gets a decent flashbang from his teammate. Manages to find the first kill.
A lot of people would get greedy in that situation, knowing that they're blind and try and overstep to get a second. Quite smart that he just gives up on it immediately. Knows they're going to back off. They have pistols. He's found the opening kill. He's tagged at 43. He goes down. It could be a bit of a problem for them. Astralis just wants to get a bomb plant. Surprisingly, they don't go B. We have to talk about that. How quick you can get into the B site on this map. But if they pitch Valde and lock him into hell, he could still work toward the bomb train. Modi's not going to allow it quite so easily, but 1 player has slipped by. It's Glaive. Bomb drop, though. He'd have to go back for it. Yugi's going to find a man trying to do so. Glaive, and they'll close out the round. So 2-0. No plants. We'll sit 1 more with a Heroic advantage in economy, and Astralis sitting on pistols.
Well, a slow-paced run there from Astralis. The reason we talk about inside normally is because you get that smoke down, the flashes go in. You're almost guaranteed to trade at some point. You might lose 2 or 3 players in the process, but you're going to find those 1 or 2 players with those Tech 9s. You almost get the bomb down every time, but they go towards outside. Ivy, like we said, they got some room to work with there, but a decent flashbang comes in from Modi and Co. He finds the first kill, gets the information, and headshots the bomb carrier as well, so not really much he can do at that point. It's going to be a full eco round going for number 3 here. Just Glocks, 1 flash. This will be towards inside this time, so let's see if we can get a plant down. I said it. Trade is always possible, but another decent flash. This is great teamwork coming in from Heroic here. Valdi, he finds the first kill, looking for a little bit more here as well.
Heroic has looked good in this tournament, so teamwork key. Volta's going to drop back. Does hit the edge of the slope ward against the pallet. Could have been close. Quite pull a simple.
Well, yeah. It's down to 6 HP, and they've spotted everyone towards Inner, so not really much he can do at this point. Device still has the flashbang. Just trying to hope that CT makes a mistake at this stage, but you can see him just using it to discuss a little bit. Dupree just sat above the pop dog room there. There will be a CT waiting for the other side, I'm sure. That will be snappy. Tech 9 in hand as well. Difficult weapon to get multiple kills of this sort of situation. His flashbang's going to get him as well. Here he comes. Right click that baby in.
Wait for it. Line up with that bolt, but Yugi goes aggressive once Glaive. Shoulder peaks, flashed off, perfectly timed inside of ladder as well. Back off though, Snappy manages to stay alive, and he gets all 3, make it 4. I take it back, Marty got the first, but still impressive with the Tech 9.
Yeah, did a great job there. He even got fully flashed at that point. The flashbang was very effective. He falls back, sprays them down, unarmored players, so they're going to be falling like flies at that point, but he did a very good job indeed. The AWP comes out for both sides, so Device, of course, did not force by in that second round. He gets the AWP and head armor as well. That's always a positive aspect going forward. Means the M4s have to double dink at least, and he's so good on this map, so watch out for this first gun round being an exciting one. He smokes towards outer, eradicates a couple of risks there, and Snappy, he's got the UMP still, same with Nico as well, so they might have to go a little bit more aggressive in front of the smokes this time, as he makes his way towards the pop dog room. There's a little smoke going down there as the AWP for Heroic as Yuggy spots the first player crossing towards that lower round. Doesn't hit the shot though.
Back off, let Nico get closer. Still dropped over toward A main. Dupree still waiting out toward Ivy as well, as Device has his op position. Trying to capitalize down toward Hell. And his shot as he walks out from Pop Dog, aggressive. No less from Device. Now he has to be careful because Volta's going to come on top. The close train, he reads it but can't hit it. Would have been decent. Tries for the wall bang in toward E-Box. Snappy's not quite lined up for it. Flash in, Kierby goes just deep, so it won't blind him completely. He'll be able to hold off on his own, and they go. Gets the kill as well. So Snappy trying to do something for the CTs. 48 seconds, though, they go down a man.
That's actually really smart from Device, spamming all those shots and baiting out the reload noise as well. He's trying to tempt the CT to push him towards main entrance. He's got a teammate there ready to get the spray down. That's an early 5-on-4 in a very intelligent manner. Smokes will come in now. Looks like some sort of outside execution to coming in, but the players are heading towards inside. So Dupree trying to stop the rotations coming in. Nico will be by himself as the execution towards inside comes in. The commitment, he's only got that UMP.
Tops up, means Zipix doesn't want to walk through it. He goes high. It works for Nico. Finds 2. Looks for another. Swings around, but it's going to be Glaive that's there. And now Device will post with the AWP to cover off the bomb being planted, but they're not going to face through Z connector, so Device won't have a line toward Madi, who instead goes through CT, and Volta taking down Dupree is going to open up the backdoor entrance by coming up Pop Dog. Potentially going for a flake, tries for the swag pistol throw, but it's an AWP up close. He may get Device, and the fact that he's got to reload that time. And Glaive is low on HP. Madi finds him. Heroic. He's going to take a 4-0 lead on Astralis' map choice.
Tip my hat to Nico there. That's a really impressive play, considering he's by himself towards the inside side. He's got the entirety of Astralis, had no backup there, and only has the UMP, finding 2 kills and giving his team a chance in that round. And Valda with a good kind of rotation, the flank coming in from Pop Dog as well, catches a rotating terrorist who is trying to get towards connector and backstab him at the same time. Device, he has to hit that crucial shot, can't do it. And Glaive left in a pretty unwinnable situation with about 13 HP. This should be the eco at this point. They did manage to get the bomb down, but they're just going to be opting to purchase into the future. The 4-0 in favor of Heroic on Astralis' pick. This is actually looking very promising for them indeed. This will be the full outside smoke play here. Try and get the bomb down any way they can. Double AWP set up now for Heroic as well. Snappy joining in on the action.
Of this, Wallbang actually did make contact, decent amount. Blake but of this, only the one bomb plant. Nice shot from Yugi, that's quick. As he gets Device, jumping across in A main, realizes now there's going to be more than just Device there, so he'll look for further information and damage. Tags Dupree through the edge of the train, 37. He remains with. As Zipix goes down though, Glaive's able to swing rack around, catch him off. Dupree, bomb planted, he's going to try and hold it desperately. There's still 3 up, surprisingly, for Astralis, despite the damage and chaos. That's changed. And the two that remain don't remain with much HP at all, but Glaive has an M4 and armor. Finds the first kill to try and keep him off the bomb, but has to peek aggressive. And the second time, it won't work.
Alright, lose 2 players there. Glaive finding 2 frags, but towards E-Box there, 15 HP. Yes, he has the M4 and armor, but they know exactly where he is, and 1 bullet will take him down there. Decent run overall for Astralis. They were buying into this round regardless. This has boosted their chances going into number 6 here. 5-0 in favor of Heroic, and they're looking very strong right now. This double orb setup allows him to have an orb towards inside and be a bit more aggressive towards upper ramp and control that area by himself. I'm sure we'll be seeing that at some point. It will be snappy towards that area. Actually, Nico alone towards inside for now, so both orbs going towards towards outside, sorry. Maybe an inside rush here. You can see lots of players for Astralis getting very quickly down lower ramp.
Nico gets overwhelmed this time. Kirby goes down to 10 HP, but more importantly, finds the entry. Molotov means no peeking yet for Valda or Snappy. They'll smoke it instead, but Dupree is slipped up, and while that smoke's down, he'll take advantage. Vice found the first, he sprays the second. That's only 2 that remain. Finally, Heroic seem to be beaten in a round.
Yeah, this is what Glaive brings to the Astralis lineup. He can feel that things going a little bit stale. He chucks in these faster rounds, allows his team to actually find some entry kills there, straight down towards lower ramp. That's where Nico's been playing by himself. Like I said, I thought the AWP would be in that position to be able to maybe shut that down, but Nico caught in a very difficult spot, can't find the first frag, and Zipex is actually baiting towards outside as well. He went towards Ivy, or maybe out the main entrance, didn't quite catch it, but he's by himself trying to stop the rotations. He doesn't find a frag, but he gets intel and stops them rotating very quickly indeed towards the CT area. So it's going to be a nice clean round there from Astralis. They're first on the board here. Need to be careful. They do keep 4 players alive, so the reset potential isn't too nuts. As we get into number 7 here. Single orb setup for Yugi. I'm not sure they'll go back to the double orb setup, but this is very good from Astralis overall as well. As soon as you get those inside positional control, like pushing down towards the CT rotation points as well, is very important. And that works out nicely for them.
Glaive throws the bomb down toward T main as well. You know, split up into a standard default. Watch Marty though, he's pushing up. Oh, I didn't see the smoke coming out from his perspective. I just walked in as I saw him in the lane, but the smoke's off, and Device finds him. Astralis start off well. Have to avoid the reset.
Yeah, that's like a dream scenario in the T-sided train, getting an early pick like that. 1 minute 30 remaining. CTs now have to spread their bets, work out where they'll be going as well. Zipex got control of the upper halls towards inside. So they're in a really great spot right now. They've got many options available to them, still have a few smokes available and Molotovs. They'll be just biding their time and see if there's any sort of reaction coming in on the CT side for now. Looks like they'll be grouping up towards inner. They can, of course, smoke towards outside from this position as well. Kiabi will be joining up with Zipex. They are very good at executing towards inside. They'll try and get Device down there first to get the opening frag. And Nico, once again, work cut out for him.
Toward the windows. Dex readies the smoke. The salesman. Utility toward the outer site. Nico is likely to be the one that comes under siege. Good map, that siege. Bring hostage maps back, Henry.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I feel like you're a hostage every day, so might as well already have them. Nico staring at upper, looks away at the wrong time. His spawn is lag, gets some damage in, but he still manages to find the shot onto Kiabi on the way through. Yugi, meanwhile, goes back out and can't find the opening pick. That's going to be a problem for him as well, because the Molotov comes in immediately after, and already they're backing away.
Yeah, once again, Nico is more than happy to play towards inside by himself. Astralis showing presence towards outside, a couple of smokes out there as well. Dupree watching the flanks. They get towards that lower area, managing to find the initial kill, and the good utility usage as well. That Molotov towards connected denies Yugi even thinking about trying to retake that bomb site. So another great round from Astralis there. Towards inside once again. To try to do what he can with his M4A1S, denying some saved AKs potentially here, and it's going to be Yugi to finish off that second frag. So doing damage to the Astralis economy at least, managing to pick up an AWP on the way out. So towards T-spawn they go. Zipex and Glaive now not really worth the hunt at this stage. They know that towards T-spawn they've got such an advantage in terms of position. Astralis get 2 rounds in a row here. So they avoid the reset potential for themselves and actually get a very stable economy going forward. They've got about $8,000 per player at the start of this round. After their investments, we sat at about 3K. Heroic after saving those weapons certainly have a buy available. I think Yugi dropped over a weapon. He'll be picking up his AWP once again. So this is a breaking point for them. 2 rounds in a row, both going towards the inside area.
Flashes over, Device are ready. Smokes will land inside of the hitch position.
Şuraya gross cyganie!
On the AWP, ramp Volta in the corner, so they're trying to bait in potentially.
This is
Tight shot.
They're hoping for that inside rush to come in once again. Obviously, Astralis have found a lot of success in that area. They send Val, Yuki, and Nico towards inner.
This is the result, though. They're all inside. Dupree has the bomb, but no smokes. Thinks about peeking to defend himself. He's thrown the bomb at the feet of Snappy, and they're getting the kills back. He could have had that planted without committing to it. It was a risk, sure, but from what we saw, we knew he could have been able to pull that off. Whether he didn't feel comfortable, different story. Carabby now has to flash himself back out, gets caught off as the rotations come through. Pop Dog, it's all on device. 1 versus 4. And despite that stack on the inside,
Yeah,
Astralis give the bomb up.
that's very strange that Astralis don't capitalize that. 3 players heroic